gonna get going. Evan, come out. So today is gonna be. I'm gonna take it back. Today is gonna be all the things you should do if you're dog shit at the rear naked choke. Okay. So we know the rear naked choke. Punch through. Get this. Lock up. You got your head on the side. You squeeze. Okay. I'm terrible at the rear naked choke. You're really safe when I'm on your back. So what I do, first off, I'm gonna give you a 30-second, here's the one that you can do if you're a total dick. If you're in a competition, absolutely do it. So if we're here and Evan's fighting my hands, and he grabs anything like this, if you see what he's doing the right thing. So everyone's gonna be coming up over top, you're gonna be grabbing the top of the hand, you're gonna be trying to fish your fingers in there so that you can grab the palm so you can pull back, all that shit, right? Here's the thing. What it's doing is leaving underneath open for me. So when he's pulling away from here, he's got that, he's pulling away. I'm gonna take my other hand from underneath. This is another reason why anytime we're fighting, you wanna keep this tight and you wanna like lock down their arm so that I can't easily pull this out. So if he's pulling down on this and you keep your elbow pinched, just in general, it's gonna be real, keep this tight, 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 tight. So if someone's on your back, if you got this, the very first thing you're gonna end up doing is capturing this. If you notice, I didn't even pay attention that I'm doing it. As soon as that arm comes under there, you're pinching this down. So I'm trying to lit what you can use, and even if you can move it or you can get it out or something, at least I made it a pain in the ass, right? That's the point, is that a lot of jiu-jitsu is just try frustrating them. So if you keep this down, this is gonna slow down what I'm gonna do next, okay? But it's not gonna ever stop, because no matter when he's pinching this down, you're gonna be able to pull this out. But it gives the other person sort of, hey, what are you doing? You're pulling your hand out from under there. So when you've got this, and I'm pulling this out, I'm just going to immediately come gable grip, palm, palm, here. This elbow goes behind the shoulder blade, okay? So from here, I'm just going to expand my chest and I'm gonna pull straight back. And we do it real nice and gentle on our partners, because this one fucking sucks. I had a sore throat for weeks when we were doing this at my other gym. I'm like, can we not drill the choke part? Like, there's no reason for that. Especially, there's almost no reason to drill this. It's so goddamn simple. If you know it and you're in a competition, you can do it. If there's some big jagoff that comes into the gym and is beating up the girls, here's a fantastic one to finish with. So when you start going for the rear naked choke, he's gonna grab, he's gonna start pulling that down, fighting with both hands. You're gonna pull this one out, up and over. The lock can be kind of an issue with the angle, but the main thing is, once you get your hands together here, you're going to pull this elbow behind their shoulder blade. That locks it in. That gives me something. What I'm actually gonna be doing, the actual finish to this, is going to be this behind the elbow, pushing the elbow into their back. So that's gonna lever this in there. And then it's just gonna be pulling straight back with my shoulders while I'm pulling straight into the throat, okay? So do it just a couple times between each other. Then we're gonna move on to the ones that I actually do outside of being a dick. Or you could do it, I just wouldn't ever do it in a class, because it really is. This is the difference between, you know, when we're saying it's a real nice clean blood choke and you get it on and you kind of don't feel anything other than some pressure and then your head gets all spinny. That's what we're going for. This is just a brutal, it's gonna trachea choke. It's just gonna crush their Adam's apple into the back of their throat. So let's take 30 seconds and do it, and then we're never gonna talk about it again. So, get down. Okay. How you doing, bud?
Good. Levi.
Dave, good to see you. Here you want. So, well, yeah, this one you have to be under the chin to get this to work. You know, you can get a lot of them to work if you're down like this, but this, the reason why it comes across is a lot of times you'll be able to, you'll be like, well, shit, now I'm under your chin, but I don't have the choke, right? Because now it's like, oh, now I've got a good hook and I'm pulling out this way, and so that's when, yep. So make sure you get that elbow behind the shoulder blade. Yep. There, and then you just chest to the back, expand your chest where you yeah. So, and this is where you actually want it to slide this way more, and that's where this angle is real weird. It's kind of the
It's kind of hard to get.
yeah, it's kind of like the high elbow guillotine. It's like it's a weird way to lock your hands when you're doing it. But yep. And now if you can tuck your elbow behind his shoulder blade, that's what you're actually going for. And then it's going to be expand your chest while you pull straight back. Okay. So, yeah.
I'm so gonna do this to somebody on the street. I don't know who yet.
Yeah, I mean, this is one that, like, if you really want to,
Some poor soul.
if you really want to fuck someone up, this would be a fantastic way of doing it.
Some thug.
All right, we've done enough of that. We got it. We know what we're doing. It's fantastic. So here's my number one. If I'm here and I'm on his back and I'm having a hard time finishing it, which is always capture this hand. This is one of the ways that we want to capture anyways, is grabbing the outside of the blade. You can put some pressure here, and it just makes it uncomfortable, and you've got a real good grab on it.
The hands. I've never asked about this, but I feel like whenever I address the hands when I'm getting back, which is a lot, I'm getting back control, but I feel like I feel like I'm not being considered with the fingers. There's been times with training partners like, hey, watch the fingers.
Yeah, you just really gotta focus. Don't grab the fingers, slide back, grab the palm. You can have your one finger kind of over the knuckle here, because that's just sort of basic body mechanics and body size and stuff. But don't be grabbing the fingers. We're grabbing the meat of the hand. It makes a really good handle, and you can control pull back on this. So from here, I'm gonna have this. I'm gonna end up switching to my figure four Kimura grip. Okay. From here, we're gonna be falling to our closed side. I'm going to hook. So anytime we fall to this side, I want to get at an angle, and I want this foot to hook over top of his hip. Because if it's down here, he can switch his hips and he can start coming up, no, this way. He can start coming this way and causing some sort of problems. If I've got this, he can't. He can't switch. He's got to get up over my foot at this point, and we're going to reinforce with this foot. Okay? So from here, I've got this Kimura grip. I'm going to shift to make this angle. You can put your foot on the ground to cut the angle even more if you want. But we want to get our arm up and over, and then we want to brace against his neck with this Kimura grip. So now, he can't turn into me. He's going to try turning in. He can't do that. He can't turn away from me. Well, if he wants to turn away from me, he can. He probably doesn't. He probably doesn't want to. So what I want to do though is I want to shift my hips out to a point that I'm no longer trying to throw my leg up and over. I don't ever throw my leg. This is a BMAC tip that he had shown. Is if you just bring your knee up, It's that simple. As opposed to
Like a windshield wiper.
coming up here and doing this, and you create all this extra room, and you create all this movement and everything. Instead of that, just be bracing against their head, against their neck. You don't want them to move. You don't want them coming into you. You want to pull your knee up, pull it over top. We're going on the forehead here, because again, end of the lever. So we want to get as much leverage as we can. And we're going to be pulling it back, just transition into the arm. Okay?
Can you say that one more time?
Yeah.
We'll do it a couple times, and then I'll do it on you, so that's
Alright, so we're here, I got control, I'm gonna switch to the Kimura grip. We're dropping to the side, I'm automatically getting my foot over top of their hip. I'm gonna change the angle. That creates some room that I can get my arms out, and I can get this brace against his head. From here, we're gonna turn the angle more. And you can turn the angle as much as you want. If you can end up doing it from back here and you don't need it, fantastic. But most people want to cut this so that you've got an easier angle on it. And the whole time he can be fighting, turning in, whatever. When I've got this Kimura, I feel real strong with it. So I get my knee up here, I just pull it around. Here, we're just going to drop into the arm bar. Okay? Okay, come on out here. Alright. So we're here. We're going to capture this hand. We're going to switch to the Kimura grip. As we're dropping down, I'm going to be hooking over this hip. Even if it's a bigger guy, you still want your foot up there. And if it's a real big guy and there's a huge size discrepancy, just keep it up. Just to block, because you'll be blocking the thigh halfway up, something like that, okay? So from here, foot on the ground, change the angle, gonna pull that arm out, I'm blocking here. I'm at a point, I can get my knee up, windshield across, turn the arm bar, and bring it down. Wow. Okay? So, let's partner up, go back and forth, 1 and 1, 1, 2, 3.
I'll be before.
Yeah. I was like, it's what I do. This is 99% of the time what I'll finish with if I finish from the back. So, no, so you want to capture this one. Yep. So it's going to be grabbing like this. So now you're going to switch by having this grab a hold and then turn this into a Kimura. Yep, there you go. So now you're going to fall to that side. Try hooking your left foot up over there. Yep, there you go. Yep, even if you can just do that, that's what you want. Here,
Should I move?
Get off the wall. We got all this mat. Corner pinned over there. Yep.
Here, more grip. This
Down. Yep. Got that. Foot up. Here. Go. Yep.
Cut the
Cut the
angle.
angle. Nope. Get that arm out. Get that arm out.
This arm.
Get this elbow around his head
Right.
and brace it there.
Here.
So now,
Here.
yep. You might have to take another turn. There you go. Now bring your knee up, bring it up and over. There you go. Cut back. Here we go. Yep.
Try to do one or two. Let's do one.
Yep. That was it. Yep. So try cutting the angle. Try bringing the knee up. Just bring your knee up to the inside. There you go. And now rotate around. Yeah.
I missed a step.
this stays here.
Don't kick yourself out, kick yourself around. You want to stay real tight still. You want to be pulling this way. There you go. You want to pull that knee up. Okay, bring it in, guys. Want to do a couple things that we saw here. Okay, so here, we're going to switch off. Doing here, we're going to hit the side here. Okay, when we're cutting this angle, I don't want to lose like this back connection. I want to keep on this. I don't want to push myself out to get this here. I don't want him down like, when I'm saying I want his head getting closer to my hips, that's just so that I can pull my knee up. But what I actually want is I want to come around him so that I'm still curled up here and I've got good connection. I don't want to be stretching out ever on these things. I want to be in here, come here. When I get this knee up, I'm just going to pull it across and I'm going to be putting it on his forehead so that I've got better leverage. You can finish these down here and lower, but we don't want to do that. We want it up so that when our foot comes in, it's going to be next to the head instead of down here when some of you guys are finishing like this and it makes it not as strong, not as tight. We definitely don't want our leg down here by his legs. He can capture it, and then there's stuff he can end up doing. So instead, when we're here, and we've got this, and we're coming around the side, and we're tight, we pull our knee up, go here, and immediately I'm shifting both my heels towards his face, and I'm gonna keep everything nice and tight. I know we were doing this trying to be nice to everyone, but try to do good finishing mechanics of keeping everything nice and tight, pull them over, and I don't need to actually do the finish, but I want to be in the right position at least. I don't want to be out here coming down going, okay, and then I just finish the arm bar. Like, always try keeping it together. And Nathan, so when you're pulling that leg, when you're finishing on the side, keep pulling back when you're finishing the arm bar. You want to be pulling back. Reminds you to keep your feet away from their hips, because you were finishing with your leg like down on this side. So try to really focus on those things.
But it won't be tight unless I start from the beginning. Like I have to, instead of scooting out and around, I have to really keep that connection.
You're kind of going out from them instead of keeping everything. Remember, guys, we're attacking, we're keeping. You get rid of all room when you're attacking. When you're defending is when you want to create some sort of space. So anytime you see yourself that you're starting to create space, creating angles is what I'm doing. Creating space is what you're doing. So that's the difference between changing your angle by placing your foot and shifting around the person. That gives you a better mechanical angle to get your knee up and over their head instead of from here and you're trying to pull that.
But when you're attacking, you close space. Defending, you create space.
All right, so we got that one pretty good. Here's the next option. So that's if I can control and we're going to our closed side. If we're over here and we're going to the open side, most of the time they're going to be scooting their hips up. They're going to be getting their shoulders to the mat. You want to go up and over. Oh, here. So so the escape for over here is going to be, we're gonna clear this leg by kicking through, getting here. We're gonna get our shift our hips over, and then when we're coming this way, this is the danger part. You're looking to get arm triangle. So if you can, you need to get this elbow under this arm. Once you can do that, you're safe. But you really want to get this elbow to the mat. So when we're here and I'm trying to get away from him, well, one, I'm going to need to fight this figure four Kimura grip, because this is really strong. If you get this, you want to keep it, because even if I end up escaping and I'm over here, he can just pull himself back into it. And there's other ways you can rotate all the way around when you've got the Kimura grip. You can do all kinds of stuff. But the main thing is, when we're here, and I'm gonna fight to break this and control this hand, I'm gonna be doing a reverse hip escape, pull your foot out here, and I'm gonna be dropping my elbow down. I wanna get it just on the inside of his, and I'm safe, and then I can get it here. Now, from here, we're gonna be switching our hips, and we're gonna be coming in, okay? So that's the basic way of escaping when you're on that side. So, here, and we start going here, and you're going to move up over, start. Okay, at this point, I've essentially lost it. Once you get your shoulders there, as long as you don't have your elbow under mine, I still have a shot. But from here, I'm definitely losing the position. Okay? So one thing that's really hard is this transition phase here. And I'm gonna give you a couple ideas, but there's never anything that's just like definitive, in my opinion. So you can't stay so tight that you can't shift, right? Like if he's just being a noodle there, and I'm trying to like hold here, I'm not really improving my position at all. He's not getting out, but I'm not improving my position. If he keeps himself stiff, this actually works way easier because you just have more control of the person when they're stiff. That's why when we're getting out, we loosen our arm, we noodle it, and you kind of just get it underneath their elbow, right? So from here, what I do a lot of times is I'll shift almost like I'm doing like a darts or something where you end up sliding your hand down. I'm trying to keep my connection here. I'm trying to keep pressure, but I need to pull his head because he's going to be shooting his arm this way, and he's going to be trying to. So there's two things. You're either going to be doing the telephone defense, put your hand on your ear, yeah, like that, and you expand your chest and push your arm back, and it's real hard for me to get that connected now because he's got this block. Or he's going to end up limp arm wiggling under. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this. I got this. I'm going to start sliding here so that I don't lose it. I'm going to pull his head towards me. Keep everything tight. Here again, we're going to shift our hips. We're going to do a switch the hips. And this arm's coming around. From here, a lot of this is just a fight back and forth. So I'm going to be coming up. I always want to keep my knee or something on their hip. So one of the defenses for this is if you pull your leg up, your left leg up to you and capture it, grab it behind your knee. Flip up your hand. You can do this and you can break out and it makes it really hard. So in order to stop that, some people don't ever dismount. I like to dismount, but I'll definitely keep my knee like you have the other one. Or even if I'm just here, but I'm still creating that tension and I'm keeping his leg from coming up. So from here, we can do, there's a whole bunch of different ways that you can do a cup and saucer with your hand palm underneath a fist. You can gable grip, you can do S grips, whatever you want to do. You don't really need anything when you're done in the right position. So I can always show how to do this with no hands, and then in a roll, I'll never do it with hands. But if you let me put it in the right place, I feel like I'm in the right place, and I've got my hand flat down here, I'm going to turn my head into the eyeball while I squeeze, and that's going to get the tap. Turn your head, chin into the eyeball. That moves their arm from where it's at into the right position. If you can get your chin into their eyeball, that means your face has moved their arm into the right place. Yep.
I remember Coach Jeff had brought up how, like, if you don't have, there's still space in between, like, their head and, like, your arm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
shoulder.
yeah, that's where you stuff it.
Yeah.
Stuff it in, so you
And-
have to do that with the hand.
Well, no, you need to even more so. It's going to be dependent on proper placement. So, Evan's being nice and letting me put it in the right position, and I can just gently squeeze and I can drop my weight and do that. But in a real roll, when someone's going to be fighting you, they're going to be, again, the defender is creating space, right? They're pulling their head away, they're creating those gaps that you can't get into. So your job attacking is to remove that space. So when you end up doing it, a lot of times we'll get here and you will be totally off of them. You'll have this, they're gonna be expanding their chest, pushing down, creating that, coming up, even rolling on their side. This is where I was saying you can end up doing this and you can turn it into more of like a Darce style. When you come through here and you can do this to create the pressure there while still keeping it going. But mainly, if we're down here and we're fighting and I really want to get this arm triangle, I'm going to be pulling this head towards me while I'm cinching this up tighter and from here. Okay. So let's go back and forth, 1 on 1. 1, 2, 3. Now you're going to be, once he gets his shoulders to the mat, you've lost that, switch your hips, switch your hips. Make sure that you get that left arm coming around. You use the right hand to pull up on the head while you're transitioning. So I tend to go on the other side. Like I slide down. Yep. Like that more so, just because I end up then turn the right hand, pull that head towards you. And now, yeah, from here you're going to side up. Switching your hips down to the mat, left knee up on the hip, create pressure. Now pull your left arm through underneath this head, all the way through. There you go. All the way through.
You're working on trying to make sure that.
Yeah. Now from there, it's going to end up being, yep. Gable grip, cup the saucer, turn your head so that your chin and the and then it should be in the right place that you can give a gentle squeeze and drop your weight.
Nothing.
And you might want to get off the right knee, like drag that. Yeah, there you go. Now, chin and the now chin and your chin.
I don't know what that.
So, I will tell you that arm triangles are one of them that
I think this elbow needs to be.
you'll be squeezing and you're like,
Push it side right.
what the hell? Like, so it's one that you really want to talk through and you have your partner tell you where they feel it.
Okay.
Until you can get to the point where, like, someone lays down, I can slide my hand into the right position and I can just drop my weight and get it down. So it's really a feeling thing that you need to be told where it's at. So just talk through it. Let the person know if it's close, if they need to cinch something up differently. So don't go into the mount. Just, yeah. Turn the head. Yep, yep, yep. Slide under. Yeah, so don't ever keep your foot on the inside. You want it on the outside, because if it's on the inside, he'll be able to lock it up and grab you back into half guard and at least roll you over. You'd still be in half guard with an arm triangle, which is a pretty good position to be in. Yep, so then when you turn your head so that chin in the eyeball, push the arm in the right place, drop your hip to the mat, create the pressure, squeeze.
Okay. All right.
Turn your head. Remember, eye in the chin in the eyeball. To get your chin into his eyeball. Yeah. Turn your head so that you're there. You go. Keep the foot out of the leg. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So keep that
Yeah.
heel. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Feel to get that free that foot. Have to
Try
really
not
scrunch
up so high, drop your hips down towards the mat. Drive in more with your foot instead of staying on your toe. Yeah, you can drive in instead. So you want to be driving, turn, and then chin in the eye.
How you putting that foot?
Yeah, so there's a couple things. One, I mean, obviously, anytime you're losing back mount and you could slide into full mount, that's where the only reason why I was like, don't do that, we're just doing some side control, is because most of the time when they're doing this escape, they're going to be trying to totally, yeah, they're going to be trying to totally turn away from you.
Because like how my hips are right now, it's just kind of stuck.
Yeah. It looks like you need to get your arms flatter. Yeah, flat. There you go. That looks. Yeah. So then from there now, chin pop up into the eyeball. Chin up into the eyeball.
Elbow.
Yeah, it really is, because a lot of times you feel like you want to get your arm down more, but the ground's in the way. So it's more pull through still.
So I feel like I'm coming really high up.
Yeah, so, okay, guys, bring it back. One more thing. Yeah, that's a good point. So, if you feel like you're getting too high up, or you need more, literally anything to get out of this. So, there, start here. So, here. I'm going to be sliding, coming across here. If I'm up here too much, what you need to do is you need to slide back down. Now, a lot of times people will say, so a lot of times when you're up here, you're like, I don't want to drop back because then I lose it. And then they're going to link their hands and they're going to push down on their shoulder and they're going to have this and it's going to be really bad. Yes, except for the fact that if you're up here and you're just squeezing and squeezing and squeezing and you don't have it, well then you're in the same position, except now you feel like you're in the right position because you're stubborn and you're just going to keep squeezing on something. But you're not going to let him push you down. So the thing is, you need to let them push you down. You need to drop back down and reassess, but it's still going to be his lat pulling down on that and trying to pull away versus my entire body coming forward and turn. So if you need to, you can definitely slide back the foot. Alright. So from this finish. So if Cody's got big lats, so when you start pulling down like that and you're causing all kinds of problems, it is going to be disappointing that you have to slide back down. But slide back down, still keep control of that head. You're going to then just drive back up. So that's the other reason why this outside leg, you can drop, you can drive this way, turning. So here, come up, turn. Any of those finishes will help. I'm gonna stop the recording so that I can do some rounds on this.